Welcome back, third grade readers and writers who are learning new words so well that they can read them, understand them, talk using them, and also use them in their writing. So, yesterday we were introduced to some new words and we are getting to know the word firmly. And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking about the first 5 words that we studied. And I was thinking, how might I use those in my opinion writing? Wow. So, you know what I did? I am writing my own opinion, and this is an introduction. And I was looking at the words that we've already studied because it's not only that you study them once, right? You really show that you know how to use a word when you use it like in your writing. So this is what Mrs. Labonte was thinking for a beginning of her opinion piece of writing. Let me just read it to you. And the words in red are the words that we've been studying. So here goes. Let me impress you with why I firmly believe that kids who read for 30 minutes every day at home grow like beanstalks. Oh, you may likely be reading at school, but did you know it's also important to read at home too? Wow. You know what? I had the words in front of me as I was thinking about what I was going to write about. And just using those words, honestly, you guys, it makes me sound kind of professional, right? It like lifted my writing to use some of these expert words. So, writers, I hope that you're using the words that we're learning, right? Not only when you come to them in your reading, you know what's going on, but also show the world that you can use them. Maybe you can do that today in your writing. Okay, so let's keep moving. Let's think about the next word that we're going to learn. The word is shifted. So right now, can you say this word with me? Shifted. Ooh, look at that ed at the end, huh? Id. It's like id. Yeah, that's another sound of ed. So if I were to break this word apart, I know shift and I know id. And then I put it together, shifted. Nice. So let's think about the word shifted. So when I was thinking about the word shifted means it's what you do when you move something from one place to the other. Like in The Absent Author, Livy shifted. She had her baby on her hip, and she shifted her baby to the other hip. Just shifted is another way, right, to use the word move, right? We can have shifty eyes. Okay, so let's think about different places that we could use the word shifted, and you're going to be thinking, does that make sense? Would I use the word shifted in that scenario? And then you're going to explain with some detail to your partner. All right, you ready? Okay. Let's think about this. When you slide a checker down the checkerboard, would you use the word shifted? Think about what shifted means, and does that word fit? Shifting the checker down the checkerboard. Go ahead and turn and talk to your partner. All right, so I heard that absolutely, right? Because if we're moving something, you're shifting it. You could say, I'm going to shift my checker piece to the right and hop over two of your checkers. All right, shifted. Let's try another one. How about if you are standing frozen? Would you use the word shifted? Think about it. Would I use the word shifted? Standing frozen like an icicle. Turn and tell your partner. All right, come back to me. So some of you said I would not use, that would not be the best word to use if I were standing frozen. No, that would not be, because you're not moving, right? You're not moving from one place to the other. Shifted. All right, let's try this last one. How about when you go into the refrigerator and you're moving the milk and the juice to get to the pickles in the back? Would you use the word shifted? Turn and tell your partner what you're thinking. All right, come back. So I heard some of you say, yes, I would use the word shifted because I am moving things around. And it doesn't it feel like when you go into the refrigerator, you often have to shift things around? You could use that word today. If you go into your refrigerator and you have to move things, you could say, Mom, I'm just shifting things around to get to the pickles. Okay, so your turn. Think about some things that you have shifted or somebody else has. Turn and talk to your partner about when are some times or some things that you've shifted. Go ahead, turn and talk. Okay, let's come back together. All right, so today, yesterday we learned firmly. Today we're thinking about shifted. And when could I use that word? Okay, let's move on to the next word. Oh man, if you're reading a mystery, there is definitely a victim in your story. Yeah, victim. Can you say it with me? Victim. Victim. If I were to separate this word, when I came to it, I might say Vic, Tim. Victim. Victim. Is that the way we say it? No, so I'm going to be flexible and I'm going to change it to the way we say it. Victim. Say it with me. Victim. Nice. I love how you're all flexible. All right, so let's think about what is a victim? Person, right? That is something bad is being done to them, right? Like Ernie could be a victim if somebody stole his lunchbox. He would be the victim of something bad happening to him, done by something or somebody else. If a shark bit Ernie, he would be the victim of a shark bite or a shark attack, something bad being done to them. So let's think about in the absent author. Ruth Rose was working really hard to find out who was the victim of the kidnapping of Wallace Wallace. She's trying to find out more about the victim, Wallace Wallace, in this kidnapping, right? Wallace Wallace is a victim. Well, they think that Wallace Wallace is a victim of kidnapping, and they're working really hard to solve that. right? So think, who's the victim in your story right now? Who is the thing that something bad might be happening to them or has happened to them? Hmm. Victim. All right, let's think of some different ways we could or could not use that word. All right, let's say that someone stole your last piece of Halloween candy. Are you a victim? Think, think, think. Turn and talk to your partner. What are you thinking? All right, let's come back together. Were you thinking, I was a victim of robbery? Somebody robbed me. I'm a victim, right? Because maybe that was you were saving the very, very best piece of candy for last. And that meant something to you and it hurt your feelings. Victim. All right, let's try this one. You see two of your friends playing on the playground. Would we use the word victim? Turn and tell your partner, what are you thinking and why? All right, let's come back together. So boys and girls, you have thought of this word victim, right? Because you know that to be a victim, there has to be like something bad. There's a feeling attached to being a victim. And so you said, no, like if two of my friends are playing, nobody's a victim. Like, in fact, we're all joyous because we get to hang out with each other, right? So that's not a time that I would use the word victim. All right, let's try this one. When someone hits you on purpose, someone comes up to you and just bam, are you a victim? Turn and talk to your partner. Okay, readers and writers, come back together. Yeah, you said that you would be a victim of brutality, right? Because first of all, if someone hit you for no good reason, well, even if they hit you for a good reason, we don't hit, right? So victim, bad feeling. What is that for? You are the victim of somebody's anger, and that is a bad feeling. Okay, so let's think about the word victim. What are some other times when someone might be a victim? Let's think about that, and let's turn and talk to our partner to talk about like when really are some other times that somebody is a victim, somebody is receiving something bad being done to them. Go ahead, turn and talk. Okay, readers and writers, come back together, right? You were thinking about, when are people victims? Well, usually people are victims of something that they have no control over because of something. Could be a storm, like you could be the victim of a hurricane, right? Something really bad happened to you or somebody else. When something bad is being done to someone, they become a victim. All right. So today we learned two new words, and we also were thinking about how might I use these in my writing? my opinion writing? And also, how are these words being used in your mysteries? Oh, it's always so wonderful to learn new things. And I am looking forward to seeing you tomorrow to learn even more. Happy word hunting.